full name? What's Coach Anthony's? Anthony's first name was Anthony's last name?
It's Anthony Rodriguez.
Hey, well, Anthony Rodriguez deserves the credit, man. Ford that was a motivational corner in between 11 and 12.
It's 2 rounds, and you're a world champion, but you gotta work.
But Anthony Rodriguez, Coach Anthony, and that corner of Ray Ford, and the strategy they put forth, and the motivational messages.
Best coach for me, my favorite coach, Coach Anthony.
Coach Anthony, fantastic guidance in the biggest fight of his career.
Great job by the corner of Ford.
Coach Anthony's name is Tim. This guy deserves a lot of praise.
Every single round, he guided him to victory tonight. He's motivated him. He told him what he needed to do. They had a game plan, perfect execution right
My boy
there.
Coach Anthony was holding mitts.
Coach Anthony is the man.
Yeah, tell him, man, they can't hate on you no more, man. You got a chance.
Sean. Whoa. You see that?
Hey, y'all want to learn real boxing? Check out Coach Anthony Boxing.
Shout out to Coach Anthony and Coach Anthony Boxing.
What's going on, guys? Your boy Coach Anthony, and I got a banger today. So if you clicked on this video, consider yourself very lucky. I could be charging big money for this, but of course you know I'm not, because you know I love y'all, man. I got Ethan Gonzalez, future world champion, here with me. We're gonna go ahead and demonstrate how to cut angles on the inside. Okay, now this is a very important thing to understand, because a lot of guys on the inside, don't get me wrong, you don't always have to cut angles on the inside, but if you do, if you got good feet, if you're in good shape, you're gonna be able to really, you know, make your opponent very uncomfortable, especially when they try to go ahead and muscle up on you and you got those little quick moves that are gonna keep them confused. So we're gonna start off with the body, right? Because typically when you're on the inside, the body is what's gonna get worked on most of the time, I would say. So when he goes ahead and he shoots that hook to my body, we're gonna have him go ahead and cut an angle, and now he's in position for an uppercut, right? So let me go ahead and show that one more time. Bang, bang, good. One more time for they can see it. Bang, bang. Okay, so it doesn't matter how I decide to hold the mitt, he knows where the shot's gonna go. I'll do it one more time for you. Bang, bang. You see it? So that's beautiful, okay? I can also do it like this. Bang, bang. See, I'm just holding the mitt different ways, okay? Now, he can do the same thing on this side. If he decides to drop this shot, he goes ahead and he shoots that shot, okay? So, one more time. Beautiful, okay? Again. Okay, cool. So now, when would you do that? Obviously, this is on the inside video, right? But you're gonna do that when you're on the inside and you guys are kind of pressing up on each other, right? So let's just say, go ahead, press up. We both pressing up on each other. We both working, right? He's working, and then he decides he's gonna go ahead and make that move. Me personally, I like to lure my opponent to sleep, so you gotta kind of use a little bit of anticipation. You gotta be reading your opponent and kind of catch him in that moment where you see he's kind of like he fell asleep for a second. Is that the right way to put it in your mind? Like he kind of fell asleep for a second, you right? So he's here, we're working, right? And then he's here. Make that move quick. The feet gotta be quick, okay? Because I always tell people, angles are easy to deal with, okay? The only way you're gonna get an angle off on your opponent is if you freeze him. Because if you go ahead and he just makes the move, and all I gotta do is turn with him, right? So what he has to do is he has to get the shot off. Once he gets that shot off, it can happen very quick, okay? So, one more time, go. Bang, good, all right? And we already demonstrated the other side is the same idea. Good, so let's go ahead and let's work it like if we work in the mitts on the inside. You see how I let him get back to his distance, right? So now we're getting into another thing, because I wouldn't just keep him on the inside like that. I'd probably push him back to the center and then let him work his way back in. We try to keep it realistic, okay? Now the same things can be done to the head. He can go ahead and shoot that hook to the head and then cut and rip the uppercut, okay? So he's gonna go ahead and do it. Okay, now we're just talking about this when the camera was off, because Ethan made a good point. He said, you can shoot a hook and then shoot another hook. And yes, you can, absolutely. It can be done. The reason I like the uppercut though, when he shoots that hook and he cuts the angle, when I turn with him, which I will because I'm a quality fighter, I'm gonna have my right glove up to protect for that hook, but he's coming up the center, a shot that I'm not gonna see. Now you can still maybe throw that second hook, maybe your opponent drops his hand, right? Maybe you fire back a straight right hand after that. That would be nasty. So let's do it right here. You go, bang, bang, bang. Okay, now why would I think that would work clean? If he did that, go ahead, he cuts the angle, bang, bang. So now he's coming back down the middle with the hope that that right hand either breaks my guard or splits my guard, right? So that can be done. So that's why I said what he said was actually not wrong. It's just a preference thing for me to go ahead and cut and shoot up the center real quick, okay? Now, you can also do the same thing on the other side, right? So he could throw the right hook, bang, right? Again, bang, bang. Again, bang, bang. There you go. You see that? See how beautiful that look? Damn, this kid got some quick feet. One more time. Bang, bang. Good, right? From right there, if he wants to go ahead and put himself back in position, he'll finish with a left hook. Bang, bang. And then he'll go to the body right there.
Too much free game, too much.
Too much? Don't give it to him? Okay, damn. Hey, the champ spoke. I was about to give y'all some game, but he said to stop. So listen, guys. Recap. I know I'm talking quick. I haven't done these YouTube videos in a while, so bear with me if I'm just like going too fast for y'all. Leave it in the comments. Say, Coach Ant, man, you need practice, man. Maybe your YouTube videos, you just going too fast. But let's go ahead and recap. We got here, bang, short uppercut, bang. We got here, bang, and then bang. Okay? We got here, bang, and then bang. And we got here, bang, and then bang. And of course, you could finish up the combination and all that, but he already said no more free game. Guys, if you guys want to learn more about boxing, all this information is in my Master Boxing Bundle, CoachAnthonyBoxing.com with full explanations. You already know what time it is, man. Make sure you check him out on Instagram. I'm going to have all his links and everything like that in the description box. And you guys already know, boxing life.